There's a couple of thrift stores out this way, so I thought we'd stop by, see if we can find anything good. Maybe we can find some tools, although they usually don't have a whole lot of that stuff, but sometimes they got some neat old stuff. I like that too, so let's check it out. I used to do really good selling things like this on eBay, and it's too big and heavy to ship it all together. It'd cost you a fortune. But you just find the model number and then sell off the individual pieces. So they're like the little mixer spoons, the bowl. I'm sure you can pull the knob off. You could sell the knob and maybe the buttons together. Sometimes I would pair things. I would pair things together. So let's say someone needed this knob because their knob broke. Well, I'd pair it with the buttons, so I'm getting rid of more stuff because maybe someone else just needed the buttons but didn't need the knob. You know, it could take forever to find somebody who needs the knob. But if I put them together, then I just need someone who's willing to buy for one and they get the other item anyways. Look at all these little knobs. Different things you could take off and sell. Knob up here. Take the motor out. Sometimes there's gears or belts or something you can take off. But all the vintage kitchen appliances, taking them apart did really well. Even like old percolators and like deep fryers, all sorts of things that have little parts in them that people still want the old appliance, but something on theirs broke. Believe it or not, VCRs can sell really well, and especially the DVD VCR combos. I don't see any of those here, but if you look up the model number, you can see what they sell for. You can get $50 for a VCR. The only reason I quit selling them was because they were expensive to ship, and a lot of people returned them. And I have no idea why, because I tested every one of them before I sold it, but people would return it. I ended up losing too much money on the return shipping. Same thing with cordless phones. You can part them out or sell them together. The hardest part about that is if you sell like just the handset, people have to register it to their base, and they don't know how to do that. So be prepared to answer the question or look it up yourself to give them instructions on how to do it. But you can sell the handset by itself, you could sell it together. I took the belt clips off and would sell them individually. I'd make like a listing of like 5 belt clips. These things always sell, so take it off. Don't give it away for free when you sell the rest of the phone. Something like this still in the box could be worth something $4.99. They put this line through the barcode so resellers can't scan them and get it, but the good thing about having sweaty hands is I can usually just rub it right off. All you need is a straight line to be able to scan it. Got an old skill saw for $10. It's probably in that middle ground. I bet it's not worth much. Skill saw $51.90, but they have some really old ones that I don't know if collectors get them or if people still just want to use the old ones, but where like they're all metal, come in a metal case and everything, and those are pretty good. I've gotten over $100 for those before. So skill saw $51.90. Board games can sell really well if you find the right ones. The problem is I would only buy ones that are still in plastic because 90% of these are going to be missing pieces, and then you have to decide what you're going to do with a puzzle with missing pieces. It's not going to sell well. Technically on Amazon you're not even supposed to sell it if it's missing pieces, but people still do. But even on eBay no one's going to buy an item that's missing pieces. Like this one's still in plastic, so it's worth a scan to see if it's worth anything. $5, probably not going to be because $5 is too much for it, but the only caveat to buying games that are already opened is if you want to specifically be a board game seller, then you stash it away, and the next time you find it, maybe you can fill in the missing pieces. So you can see even something that's $5, you're not going to make your money back after you paying your fees. And keep in mind that Amazon charges a monthly storage fee, so if it doesn't sell within the first month, that profit's even less. The good thing about DVDs is you can usually get them super cheap, but more people than you would think still buy DVDs. The problem is most of it's going to be like major Hollywood productions. They sold millions of these DVDs. They're worth absolutely nothing, not even worth what it costs to ship them. So what you look for is things that weren't major productions. It might be out of print or just really hard for people to find. So this in theory could be worth something. Or like I looked at this one. That's something that could be worth something. You're looking for off-the-wall stuff. I remember I sold a DVD that was called something Toast Kazan or something. I don't even know what the hell it was, but I bought 100 DVDs on eBay just because I wanted this one DVD, and I sold it for $120. Made back all the money I spent on all the DVDs, and then I had 99 other DVDs to sell and make additional money on. A lot of them ended up going to a garage sale and selling for $1 a piece, so I don't know if it was worth the effort, but didn't lose anything. I did a little video on the second channel, Struggleville 2, and we talked about selling thermos parts and pieces. So normally you have the model numbers on the bottom, like you can see the model number of the thermos, the stopper, usually the cup in the liner may also have numbers on them, and this one's way too expensive. They're crazy, $5.99 for this thing. You used to be able to pick these up for 99 cents, but you can sell, again, you're selling the pieces, and all you need to know is the model number so people can look up what they need. But the cup, and then this stopper, believe it or not, this stopper alone I have sold for $18. Of course, someone wrote on this one, you might be able to get that off. But these stoppers are expensive. Some of them even have flip-out spouts. But people who want to can still use their old thermos. They need that stuff. Alright, seriously? I don't know how you can even see where you're going with your cell phone right there in the windshield. Like, I think it's illegal here to hang something from your rear view mirror, and I think that's a ridiculous law. But that cell phone is like right in front of the person's face. That is obviously blocking their view. I just thought that was interesting. How do you see around that? Well, the first store was a Salvation Army. Well, let's see what Goodwill has in store for us. Here's a good example of one of those percolators that you could sell, because you can take the handles off and sell that. You can sell the power cord. You can sell the basket if I can get it out. You can sell the stem, and then you can also sell the spout. And if you give dimensions, sometimes people will buy it even if they don't have the exact same thing, because a lot of this stuff is pretty universal. But this thing is $5.29. Prices have gone up so much. But anyway, you can still make money on it. $10 for a busted ass Black & Decker jigsaw. Probably won't be doing that one. Wow, $20 for this buffer. What brand is this? Chamberlain Waxmaster. Sometimes coffee grinders can be pretty good. You gotta look up the model number. Some are worth nothing, some are worth a decent amount, enough worth picking up. Guitar Hero stuff used to be pretty good to pick up and sell. But I don't know, that's one of those things where time might not have been kind to that selling item. Holy crap, look at that thing. Cooking turkeys. Boy, not much stuff here. Of course, I'm sure they didn't get as many donations maybe during COVID. Well, I don't know. Maybe you'd still donate, just less shoppers. Maybe you should have more stuff here. I noticed the guy working here was the same guy that worked here like 5 or 6 years ago. Well, that's actually pretty cool. How much is that? $10? I have no idea what it's worth, but so I thought that was kind of sad. Hasn't moved up in the world at all. Kind of makes me giggle because he's always been a prick, so the fact that he spent a good portion of his adult life in a shitty thrift store, you know, I don't mind it too much. I think a computer chair with a towel strapped around and a t-shirt strapped around the other armrest isn't a sign of good condition. Back over at the board game section, I saw this Upwards game. It kind of reminded me of something I used to do. So Upwards is kind of like Scrabble, except you can build up. Like you could put your tile on top of someone else's tile. Never actually played, so I don't know what the rules are of doing it, but you can stack the words, I guess, to form different words or change the words. I don't know, but anyway, they stack, and it's like Scrabble otherwise. So you get the picture. All the pieces are plastic. I used to actually sell the individual pieces. I made a variation listing on eBay, and then I just make a variation for A, for B, for C, for D, for, you know, the whole alphabet. And then people would just buy them, and I would send them in an envelope with a stamp. Now, what actually sold better was doing that exact same thing with Scrabble tiles. Actually sold better that way than selling a whole set of Scrabble tiles, which people, there's 100 tiles in a set, so if you have the 100 and you have the right ones, people would sell the whole collection. I don't know if people use them as replacements or if they're crafters buying them, but those sold really well at one time, and all it cost you was a stamp. Especially if you find the maroon or the blue Scrabble tiles, they're worth more than just the regular wood ones. That is a mighty fine park job right there. Mighty fine. Unfortunately, no thrift store purchases today, but I was able to share a few nuggets and or tidbits of my previous profession. So if you ever thought about selling on Amazon or eBay, maybe that gives you a little idea of some things you could sell and make some money on, or little side hustle items. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to give the video a like, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'll see you next time.